Hey there, this is Tracy with the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and today I have for us an episode that's a little bit different from the norm because I put an order for some Kae Scented Wax Melts, bought a few things that I wanted to try. I originally heard about this vendor through Charity, and her channel on YouTube is Charity Rose. If you like wax melts, definitely check out her channel. I absolutely love her and her style. And she is legit in her reviews. She does not hold back, and I appreciate her for that. And she's always sharing really great wax vendor information. She's also a Scentsy consultant. She's who I got my Himalayan salt warmer from back here. Just an all-around awesome person, and she's always getting me really interested in wax melts with her videos, and I had to try this company. I had to try them because apparently they have a Witch's Brew by Yankee 1-for-1 dupe, and I love Yankee's Witch's Brew, but it has not been the same for the past 3 years. It doesn't throw any longer and has no strength, and I am constantly looking for a dupe of that. Closest thing I have found is Goose Creek's Witch's Cauldron, but it is not the same. It has more of a cologne-y note in it, so I have to try this wax melt. Now, Kay does, what's her shipping? I think she does like up to, is it like $14.95, 15? Yeah, up to $15.99. You pay $6.50 for shipping. So I bought enough to get me up to that $15.99 point and not go over. Normally I would just start small and do like one thing, but I kind of felt like if I'm gonna pay $6.50 for shipping, I might as well buy $16 worth. So I did get an invoice, and it looks like this was packed by somebody named Connie. And I've got, let's see, 1 clamshell of the Witch's Brew, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Try Me size, which is 1 ounce of wax. And that just lets me try it without really being committed to it. And then I did pick up a clamshell of Cashmere Clouds. So altogether, it was $15.70 before shipping. Total was $22.20. So I'm just going to open these up and share them with y'all. She sent me a little piece of coffee chewy candy. I will eat that. Where should we start? Maybe we should start with the Witch's Brew, because that is what I am most excited about. Cannot wait to smell that. Yeah, and here's her card. Carla is the owner. So there's the little card she sends. I love that some of her stuff has birdies on it. I love birds. So does my hubs. So did my grandpa on my mom's side. So that's really cute. Let's see, where is... Here we go. Here's the Witch's Brew. So we've got Witch's Brew with the birdie label. Comes in a little clamshell with 6 squares. Again, this is a 2.5 ounce container. She also apparently sells these in an 8 ounce and a 16 ounce. Let me grab the scent notes on this. Scent notes on Witch's Brew are a potion of patchouli, cinnamon, and cedarwood. Oh, wow. Yeah, she nailed it. Oh, that smells just like Witch's Brew. Oh, I miss it so much. I miss being able to actually smell Witch's Brew. I think she may have gone a tad heavy on the clove, but I am here for it. I absolutely love it. I have no complaints. Oh my gosh, that is so delicious. And look at the wax color. It's kind of like a witchy green. It kind of reminds me of like the Wicked Witch of the West in Wizard of Oz. She was from the West, right? Yeah. Oh, that's, oh, I'm happy about that. I cannot wait to try it. It smells just like Witch's Brew. I may have found my companion. And she does have what's called a Yankee type. If you go to her website, I'll put a link to her website in the description below. She has a whole section of just Yankee dupes, which is just so cool. Because if you love Yankee, you know things have gone downhill the last few years. Let's see, where is the other clamshell? Okay, I was looking for the Cashmere Clouds because I paid for a 2.5 ounce clam. She sent me a 1 ounce. So I'll have to reach out to her and let her know she sent me the wrong size. So this, I got a 1 ounce sample instead of the 2.5 ounce. And Cashmere Clouds have scent notes of blackberries, vanilla orchid, cashmere, and cotton candy. Yeah, I don't like that as much as I thought I would. It is cologne-y to me. It might be that orchid that's in here, or maybe that's how her cashmere smells. Yeah, maybe that works out for the best. I don't think I'd want a 2.5 ounce of that one. It's perfumey. It's not my vibe. So I'll reach out to her, see what she'll do. I'm sure she'll take care of me. Usually small business owners are like that. They will do that. And then all of the 1 ounce I bought come in that same size. They come in a little Ziploc bag. This one is Earl Grey Tea. It's black tea and bergamot. And I got this one because I'm doing that tea series, my Talking Tea Tuesday. And I'm not having the best of luck with Earl Grey candles smelling like Earl Grey. This is literally supposed to be Earl Grey tea. Oh my goodness. Yep, that does smell like Earl Grey. Oh, that's beautiful. You actually get a tea note. I feel like all the Earl Grey stuff I'm getting just smells like floral, and Earl Grey is citrusy. It's bergamot, and it's supposed to have like a black tea note with a really bright bergamot citrus note. This is perfect. Oh, that's divine. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Cannot wait to melt that. I also picked up Toffee Coffee. This one's hazelnut coffee and crunchy bits of toffee. I like the color on that one. And of course, y'all know I love coffee fragrances. The Hubs loves coffee. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. It smells just like coffee. Oh, I'm so happy when I get coffee fragrances that actually smell like coffee, because so many of them just smell like the stuff you put in coffee. Milk, mocha, caramel. And this is coffee forward. Oh, so delicious. Charity, I just want to pause and say thank you. Thank you for sharing your melts with us and your hauls. My goodness, these are amazing. And I'm relatively new to melts, y'all. I've only been doing melts for like 6 weeks, maybe, not even that long. I mean, I had done like broken candles in melts, but I don't actually buy melts. And I'm really enjoying that exploration. I'm a little bit scared of the rabbit hole I'm going to go down with it, especially when I'm finding stuff that's this good. That is amazing. Okay, so this one I had to just try. I don't think I'm actually going to like it. Buttered popcorn. Scent notes are warm, buttery, roasted corn. It sounds weird. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. It smells just like buttered popcorn. You definitely get that sense of, and I used to work in a movie theater. This smells how cleaning the butter machine used to smell. Like when you had to clean it and you're like, oh, I'm gonna smell like butter for days. It smells like that. But it's not like, it's not real butter that you would put in like baked good recipes. It's like the popcorn artificial liquid butter fragrance. And I get a hint of like a butter salt, which is delicious. I'll put a picture of what I'm imagining. I don't know the brand, but it's a butter salt that you sprinkle like in the oil in the kernels while it's popping, and then it gives it really amazing flavor. Yeah. Yep, that's good. I have no idea what that's going to smell like warm. I think it's going to be weird, but I'm going to try it. I'm here for it. I also got tea and cakes. This one is white cake, orange, almond, and a hint of black tea. Again, I got that because I wanted a black tea note. The color of that wax is really pretty too. I also like the idea of cake and tea. Yeah, that's yummy. It smells, that almond is really nice. It smells extracty, like an almond extract, almost like a marzipan, only more almondy. I'm getting just a hint of brightness from the orange. Yeah, the Hubs is gonna like this. And the cake, you actually get a cake note, which I feel like sometimes it's difficult to get cake notes in cake fragrances. Yeah, this smells like I got a white cake and it has like a citrusy almond buttercream. I don't get a strong black tea note. It says hint. It just smells like cake to me, but maybe on warm that'll come out more. It's pretty. I still like it. I also picked up her Snickers Coffee. Wanted to try another coffee fragrance. This is coffee, creamy caramel peanuts, and fluffy nougat, so I'm imagining it's going to smell like a Snickers bar. It's okay. It has a little bit of an artificial chocolate note to it, which is weird because it doesn't say there's chocolate in here. It must be the way the coffee is playing with the caramel. It kind of also smells like Goose Creek's chocolate haystack, but there's no coconut in this. But the chocolate note that's in that candle reminds me of this. Her wax is nice and soft too. I actually really like the texture of it. Yeah, kind of a creamy soft wax. It's really pretty. I'll try it. I think maybe it's that peanut note and how it mixes with the coffee. It does end up just smelling like chocolate to me. It's worth a try. But yeah, not my favorite in the bunch. I think I'll rank these for y'all when I'm done. I have one more, and then she sent me a few samples, which is really nice. I love the movie The Shining. Probably my favorite movie of all time. By the way, this picture that's in the background, if you've ever noticed it, is the movie The Shining turned into an image. So each color line you see is like a snap of a scene from the film. So if you start on, is it this side? No. Yes, this is the start of the movie over here. And then as you move that direction, you get to the end. So you'll know the outside scenes are all blue, icy, and he's out in the snow is on that side. The green that's in that is the green room with the lady in the bathtub. So that's how much I like that movie. I have a picture of it in my living room. And she has a wax called Overlook Hotel, which is where that film is set. By the way, I actually took a trip, that was in 2017, and visited the exterior hotel where that film was made up in Oregon. The interior, I think, is in Colorado. And like, that's how much I like this movie. And I saw that she had an Overlook Hotel wax, and I was like, I don't even care what it smells like. I'm gonna get it. And it doesn't sound that bad. It's Jack Frost, Winter Linen, and Palo Santo. That's nice. It smells like hotel soap. That's awesome. Like, I like holding it, I'm like, oh yeah, you could lather it up. It feels like the soaps you get at the hotels. Oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I feel like it's a little bit minty or like a eucalyptus. And then you get like a clean note from the linen. A little bit of earthiness from the Palo Santo. That's cool. I like that a lot. Oh, I'm happy. These are so fun. And affordable, right? So that's 2, 4, 6, that's 8 waxes. Plus she sent me 2 samples. She sent me a sample of sea salt. And look at the little flowers. Very cute. Is that lavender in there? Let me look this one up. I want to see what the scent notes are. I feel like I'm getting lavender. I love it when vendors send samples because I feel like I get to try things that I might not ordinarily pick out, but I get to try new stuff. Okay, here we go. Sea salt has scent notes of crisp, watery ocean breeze, woody notes, and a hint of citrus. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might be getting lavender on this. Yeah, there's definitely lavender in here. I get mostly lavender. Yeah, it's pretty. I'm glad to have a free sample. That's gotta be about the same size, I think. Maybe a little bit less than an ounce, but very close to an ounce. So, and then she sent me a sample of vanilla wafer. Little round one. Is that a bee in there? A moth or a bee? Yeah, it's a bee. Let's see what the scent notes are on this one. I'm guessing it's supposed to smell like a vanilla wafer cookie. Yeah, it just says a yummy true vanilla wafer cookie scent. Yeah. Very wafer, like it smells like one of those like vanilla wafer cookies with like added butter. It's very buttery. A buttery vanilla. It's very gourmandy. Not something I would normally gravitate towards. It's a little too sweet and cookie to me, but it was free and I'm going to try it because sometimes when things warm, they come together and have just a different vibe. All right, y'all, let me rank these for you. I'm going to exclude the samples because I don't feel like I chose those in my ranking, but that vanilla one probably would rank lower and the sea salt would rank higher. I don't think you're going to be surprised by my number one choice. Okay, so probably on the bottom, Cashmere Clouds. I just don't like how perfumey / cologne-y that one is. Then I would do the Snickers Coffee just because there's something about that smells a little like artificial chocolate to me. Buttered popcorn, I really like this fragrance. It's just messing with my brain. It's a little weird. I don't know how I'm gonna like it on warm. Then I would do tea and cake. I actually really like that one more than I thought I would. Overlook Hotel would be next. Toffee Coffee, because that one's just a beautiful coffee fragrance. Earl Grey Tea, because finally something actually smells like some black tea with actual bergamot and Earl Grey scent. And big surprise, number one has got to be the Witch's Brew, which is what I set out for with this order, was to try this one. I love it so much. I'm hoping it has strength and throw, which I'm going to go ahead and melt these and give you an update after the cut. I want to make sure that I'm giving you good information on my experience with this vendor. So I'm going to go test these out and I will be right back to tell you what I think. All right, y'all, so I have spent a lot of time with these wax melts. There was only one that I didn't try yet, and that is the sample that I got, the vanilla wafer. I will use this eventually. That wafer note just didn't excite me, and I also want to burn it during a time where I feel like this is going to mix well with the fragrances that I have in this room, and I've been focused on other stuff lately, so that'll be on the horizon. But I did get through everything that I ordered. I also wanted to note that I did reach out to the owner and let them know that they had sent me the wrong size of the Cashmere, what was it, Cashmere Clouds. She was really great about it, gave me a refund immediately, and then made some recommendations for other scents that I might like, because I told her that I wasn't that crazy about it anyways. But then I melted it, and I realized I think it's a dupe of In the Stars by Bath & Body Works, which I know is a dupe for something else. It's a perfume. I'm not a perfumey person, so I don't remember which one it is, but I did end up using it up, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. On cold, it was super perfumey. On warm, it did smell a lot like In the Stars. However, it's not quite the same. There's something just a little bit off with it. It might be that cotton candy note that's coming through. I like In the Stars better, and if I wanted that fragrance in my room where I'm doing wax melts, I would just make wax melts out of the In the Stars. So Cashmere Clouds would not be a repurchase for me, but I was happy that she offered me a refund. The price difference between the 2.5 ounce, or 2.5, is it ounces? Between the 2.5 ounce and the 1 ounce that she sent me. I have Snickers Coffee actually in the warmer behind me right now. It's time to change it out. It didn't last very long. In general, these did not last as long as what I had hoped. It might be the size, because the one that came in the larger clam did last longer. But these small 1 ounce, which they're only like $1, so I'm not complaining, $1.45, they really didn't last long, and they didn't have a lot of throw. So it was strong if you were sitting next to it, but then it puttered out pretty quickly, like within a day or two. I don't know if that's normal. I'm relatively new to wax melts, but I was definitely craving more strength, and I also wanted more throw. It was less than what I was expecting. The Snickers Coffee is really good. I feel like you get coffee, it says peanuts, but for me it smelled more like peanut butter. So it was just this really nice kind of dark roasted coffee with some peanut butter, and the hubs enjoyed it. He even at one point was like, "Why does it smell like coffee in here?" And I didn't remember that I'd put this in. I was like, "I don't know. I don't smell it." I was sitting right next to it, couldn't smell it, but he was sitting over here in the chairs and could smell it. And he picked up on the coffee note that's in there. So I might try this again in the larger clam size, but there was a different coffee one. Let's see, where is it that I liked better that I bought? Yeah, the Toffee Coffee is, and I wrote on here, strong, long lasting. I liked the Toffee Coffee better. This one was stronger. I feel like it lasted longer. I don't think the hazelnut came through, or the toffee really. For me, it just smelled like a really nutty, rich coffee, which makes sense because coffee can have nut notes in it. And this wasn't heavy on the hazelnut or the toffee to me, so I didn't get a strong caramel from the toffee. I didn't get a lot of nut. It just smelled like scent notes you might normally get in a good coffee. So I would rebuy that one, but I think I would probably pass on the Snickers coffee. I also finished up the tea and cakes. I loved this one on cold. This, I think of the bunch. Yeah, of the bunch that I picked, I had a sample that also did not have good strength. This just did not perform. I had this in my bedroom. I love how it smells on cold. Put it in there, was expecting something, anything, and I feel like I couldn't smell it at all. I stood right next to it and was like, do I smell it? And I kind of got a hint of the cake, but not of the tea or the orange that's in here. And I didn't get that unless I really like stuck my nose right down next to the wax melter, and I don't want to have to do that. So this one would not be a repurchase for me, even though I really liked it on cold. The Overlook Hotel is the only one that I didn't finish, and honestly, I probably will pass this on to someone else. I just have one of the two little bricks in there. It didn't work well. I did it in my bathroom because I do think that it smells like a hotel soap. And I love that she did that, and it literally smells like one of those little bricks of soap you can get in hotels. But on warm, I didn't enjoy it. It didn't work well in my space. I felt like it was just a bit off. It felt kind of weird. So I'm not going to finish this one, and we'll pass that on to somebody else. It did have decent strength and throw, however. The Earl Grey Tea, that one also was pleasant, but a little bit light on throw. I think for this one, I was craving a little bit more of the tea note. I definitely get the bergamot, and it does smell like a legitimate Earl Grey, but it wasn't strong enough for me. Again, enjoyed it, wanted more strength. This would be one I would try in the brick, however, because if the bricks are stronger, this would be beautiful. So I'm going to set that one and the toffee one aside so I can remember to tell you which ones I would reorder in the larger size. I also tried the buttered popcorn. My note says, as advertised, too weird for me. So this does legit smell like buttered popcorn. I think I learned that I don't want my house to smell like buttered popcorn. It's uncanny how much this smells like buttered popcorn. And I had it in my bedroom, and I'd walk in and I'd be like, why does it smell like butter in here? And then I realized, like, oh yeah, duh, you put the buttered popcorn wax melt over in the corner. So fun, interesting, glad I tried it. Would not be a repurchase for me. It was just too strange. But if you like the smell of buttered popcorn and you want that in your home, you should pick that up. The other sample that she sent me was the sea salt, and I really liked this on cold and was pretty excited about it. However, two things. One, it had very low strength. I feel like I could barely smell it despite it being a relatively large size sample. And then the other thing, it got too perfumey on warm. I don't feel like it's too perfumey on cold. But on warm, I feel like it went too far the way of perfume, and it wasn't as enjoyable for me. So I appreciate the sample, but would not buy this one for myself. And then the winner, hands down, thank you so much, Charity, for mentioning that your daughter loves this fragrance and that it's a dupe for Yankees Witch's Brew, because this is phenomenal. This is a 1-for-1 Yankees Witch's Brew. Only this one has strength and throw, y'all. I can't believe it. It smells just like Yankees Witch's Brew. I actually think I like this one a little bit better. I feel like you can actually read the complexity of the scent notes, and I feel like Yankees can sometimes feel a little bit muted. This is amazing, and it had good strength. It lasted for a while. My husband actually was annoyed with it. He was like, man, that thing is too strong. And he wanted other fragrances. It wasn't blending well with the citrus he wanted to burn with the candles. But I loved it. I ended up getting rid of it sooner than I wanted to because he was sick of it. I am going to reorder this. And this is going to be in one of my burners pretty much all of September, October, and probably into November because it's a spooky smell. I love it. is my favorite scent probably of all time across any retailer. And she did an amazing job at matching this with the Yankee candle. So if you love Witch's Brew from Yankee and you are sad that it hasn't thrown for the last, it's been at least 3 years since that candle's had any strength or throw, pick these up. Trust me, you will not regret it. Amazing. I'm so happy that I finally have a substitute. Y'all, I have spent so much money trying to find a substitute for Yankee's Witch's Brew, and this is just perfect. So pick that up. All right, y'all, so ones I would reorder. Witch's Brew. Not buttered popcorn. No, that one's not getting reordered. Toffee Coffee, only in the bigger size. I would not get the sample again. And I would reorder the Earl Grey in the sample. The other ones, happy to have tried. Not my thing. Would not reorder, but you might like them. They're just not for me. Let me know if you have any questions. I can try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, I am new to the wax melt world, so I'm kind of just trying things and seeing what sticks. Let me know if you have tried any of these, which ones you like, or let me know which ones you'd be most curious about trying if you haven't tried this vendor or these fragrances before. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciated this content, and before you move on to your next YouTube video, I would love it if you also hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed, because when you do, I show up in your feed, plus it helps to grow my channel and support me in the long run, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.